River City Live, we love to get out and explore and find new places. This next place has everything that you would want. Great food, they brew their own beer, they have their own cocktails, and an outdoor eating area. It's called Ruby Beach Brewing Company. Let's go inside and explore, but where should we start this tour? The brewery, and right now I'm with Patrick and Travis to learn all about this place. We figured let's start where the magic happens. Patrick, let's start with you. Can you just give us an overview of what's happening here?
I would love to do that. Yeah, so we are Ruby Beach Brewing. We make most of the beers that we have on tap here in-house, and this is the brewery. This is where it all goes down. So yeah, we start right here in our mash tun, and we're basically adding a bunch of different grains in hot water, extracting proteins, enzymes, sugars from that grain. We're gonna move it over to a boil kettle after that, bring it to a boil, do our hop additions. Those hop additions are gonna vary based off of the style of beer that we're doing, what grain combinations you want, what hop combinations. When you're adding those hops is gonna kind of vary how the hop is perceived in the final product, whether it's bitter or you're getting just more aromatics out of it or what have you. So after the boil is done, we're gonna knock out through the heat exchanger, go into one of these fermenters right behind you. And there it's gonna go in with some yeast. The yeast is gonna eat the sugar, create alcohol and CO2. And after the alcohol that we're looking for is produced, we'll move it over to a bright tank over here, these short stubby ones. And here we're going to force carbonate the beer with CO2, and it's gonna clarify it a little bit as well. And from this tank, we package. So we'll go into kegs or cans from here. 3 different beers in cans, our Twin Fin, which is an American lager. American Garage is a West Coast style IPA, and Scallywag, which is a prickly pear and passion fruit sour. Very popular for us, that one.
And Travis, walk me through, so obviously there's different types of beers out there. What kind of flavors can people expect?
We have all kinds of different beer. We do lighter beers like the Twin Fin Lager that Patrick mentioned. That's super kind of like your classic domestic beer that you can find at any bar. And then we get into more off-the-wall things like our Scallywag, the sour with the fruitiness, the tart sourness of it. Then we get into darker, more roasty beers. We have a brown, we have a big stout on right now. Things like that. We've got some Belgian style beers coming up pretty soon that we're gonna get on tap. And then more classic styles like the West Coast IPA, the American Garage. We have a New England IPA, a Session IPA. It's all the kind of things that anyone that likes a beer, or even if you don't like a beer, we have something that you're gonna like.
And that's what I was gonna ask. If somebody comes in here and they're not really sure what route to go, there's a lot of different flavors. You talk about the profiles. In my head, I'm like, I don't know if I'd like that or not.
Right.
What's the approach? Do they talk to somebody, like a bartender or something like that, and they can kind of walk you through and guide you through that process?
Yeah, I think the best approach is, when somebody comes in, whether they like beer or not, if you're really trying to narrow things down, I like to take the approach of kind of ask about the different flavor profiles you're gonna find, right? Do you like chocolate? Do you like toffee? Maybe you'll like this Imperial Stout. Yes, indeed, right? And maybe that's something you didn't expect. Maybe you're not a beer drinker, but this Imperial Stout is like big and boozy and chocolatey and sweet, and it just hits the spot for you. So there's really, there's a lot of ways you can kind of narrow it down, right? Do you like tart? Do you like fruity? Maybe you'll like our Scallywag or a Moonshadow with blackberry, guava, and lychee, something like that. So there's definitely something for everybody. I can find a beer for every non-beer drinker, I guarantee it.
That is awesome. So there's still so much more to the tour. So come with us as we explore. Well, we started out with the beer, and now we're gonna get an overview of everything this place has to offer. Right now, I'm with the general manager, Corey, to learn even more about this place. Corey, welcome River City Live, and I'll tell you, this place just has so many different layers. So a brewery right back there, there's food that you offer up here, obviously the drinks, there's an outdoor area, and then there's a private area for parties. So where did this concept come from as far as the layout and everything you have to offer?
So when we were, there was originally Ruby Beach, there was an incarnation out at the beach. And, with all that's been happening downtown and kind of the buzz around it and the growth associated with downtown Jacksonville was really the driving force behind the decision to move down here, okay? All the corporations that are moving their headquarters here seemed like it would be a great place for a brewery, something like this with a beautiful event space, a large outdoor deck. So yeah, we started brewing about 16 months ago. We've had the tap room open since August 3rd. Like you said, we do a lot of things here. I mean, we're full liquor. There aren't a lot of breweries around that have a full cachet of spirits. We have a slushy machine. We've got the event space upstairs where we can do about 150 people.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody's usually pretty surprised to learn about that space in this part of downtown. But you know, birthday parties, weddings, rehearsal dinners, holiday parties, things like that.
And I like what you said too, the city, it's really starting to thrive and pick up. And this is one of those places you walk by and you look and you're like, wow, there's a lot going on here.
Right.
It's beautiful on the inside. I really love the outdoor space.
Yes.
I feel like that's like a premium that people like because you're not confined to an area. So and you guys did a great job really modeling that. Let's talk about the menu because it's kind of a unique concept. It's a partnership with a great chef.
It is. So we opened in August, and we kind of found that it would be good for us to become a dining destination as well as the tap room. And so we connected with Chef Tito Quinones. He's a very well-renowned local chef. He's run some of the best kitchens in North Florida. So he kind of gave all that up to come here and operate Eat Happy Jack's, which is a food truck. Which is here 5 days a week, lunch and dinner. Really all stuff that goes well with beer, okay, is kind of the idea behind it. But it's been hugely successful. So yeah, we couldn't be more pleased with our partnership with Eat Happy Jack's.
And again, it really is a one-stop shop. So if you want a unique brewery experience, you guys have that. You got an awesome menu, and you also have the spirits as well. If people want to learn more about Ruby Beach, what's the best route? What do you recommend?
Come here to the tap room, 100%. Talk to one of our bartenders about the beers. Like Patrick was saying, like there's a beer for everybody. And we have 23 beers on tap, so there's enough there for people to get adventurous, try something you wouldn't normally try, get a flight. These are 5-ounce little glasses, so.
Well, Corey, thank you so much too for your time, all your information. And of this flight, if there's one that I have to try right now, what do you recommend?
I think the Scallywag Sour.
Scallywag right here?
Yeah, right here. It's prickly pear and passion fruit sour. Sours are becoming very popular.
Sounds delicious. Well, cheers. Thanks again for all your time and information.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that is great. Wow. It's perfect. Cheers.